everyone. Hey. So today we are actually going to make another bread recipe. So we're going to do the, what's it called there? The white
sandwich bread.
White sandwich bread. Now, the one thing that I'm going to point out right at the beginning is this is not a standard size loaf. This one's an 8x4, so about an 8x4 or smaller. So we're going to make it in a slightly smaller bread pan to try and get it to raise a little taller. So.
Okay, so first thing that we need to do today is we're going to divide wet and dry ingredients.
All right, what's the first ingredient?
All right, so we need to have 2 cups of almond flour.
2 cups of almond flour, I can do that.
While Dave's doing the flours and the dry ingredients, I'm going to go ahead with the wet ingredients. And the first thing that we need to do with the wet ingredients are we need to get 5 egg whites. So that's going to take me a little bit of time to get those all separated. Dave, next you will need 2/3 a cup of coconut flour. That's not level.
No, I'm breaking my rule.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to dump it back in the bag. One thing I want you to notice is Jen was wearing a contraband t-shirt.
What? Oh my gosh.
Grape soda. We don't drink grape soda.
You know what, actually, I'll tell you something super funny.
And some of you are going, Dave, we know what that t-shirt is.
Yeah. I actually hate grape soda so bad. Even as a child, I never liked grape soda.
And it happens to be one of my favorites.
But I love the movie Up so much. Okay.
1.
And I have 1 more egg to go till I have all my
2.
egg ingredient in here.
3. All right, what's my next dry ingredient?
A tablespoon of baking powder, not rounded.
Are you sure it's not a teaspoon?
Tablespoon.
That's a lot of baking powder.
I'm gonna go with my next wet ingredient, which is going to be a 1/2 cup of applesauce.
Now I'm just gonna say, Jen wasn't even a little bit impressed that I thought that a tablespoon of baking powder was a lot. But that's how good I am. I've learned a lot over the last year about, how much is a lot, how much is a little. Not many recipes call for a full tablespoon for 1 loaf of bread. But I think the reason why is to try and get it to rise as much as possible. All right, so we're doing a rounded teaspoon. So my question is, this is a round teaspoon.
Oh my gosh.
So is that a rounded teaspoon, right?
I think they want it to be like piled high.
I know, I'm just being me, right?
Just
being literal.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
How much is that?
3/4 a cup of water. Is 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. For you, the next thing you need to do is just stir and get everything really combined well.
So whisk it.
Whisk it.
Whisk it good.
I knew you were gonna say that.
How can you not?
Whip it good.
If you're too young to know that song, go look it up.
Go look it up. And it said to go ahead and whisk everything till it's nice and frothy, so you guys can kind of see how it's getting a little bit of a froth to it.
That's not frothy enough.
Okay.
Let me show you how to froth.
Master frother, let's see it.
I'm like master chef.
Woo! Okay.
Guess I didn't do any better.
No comment?
All right, now we mix them together?
Yes, are you ready?
I'm ready. So interestingly, this is another recipe of bread where you don't have to use like a bread mixer or anything. You just whisk.
Mix it by hand, and it's mixing up really nicely. Ooh, dude.
I'm just not very good at keeping things in the bowl.
In the bowl.
My theory is if you're not making a mess, you're not making food.
You're not having fun. That really does smell good, doesn't it?
Surprisingly.
That really does smell good.
It smells almost like mashed potatoes or something. like really buttery mashed potatoes.
Okay, so now that we've got everything mixed, we're gonna let it rest for just a couple minutes before we actually shape it and put it in the bowl. So we've let this rest for, I don't know, not quite 5 minutes, but right about in there. Okay, so the thing that's cool about this is your hands will really come away pretty dang clean.
Yeah.
So in the book, she recommends shaping it like a small football. So I've got it there. I'm just gonna put it in here. Now she did give some different options of what you could do to coat the sides. Coconut oil was one thing, and then the thing that Dave decided to go with is just to use some parchment paper. Okay, next thing we do is we want to put it into bake. We've got our oven set at 400 and we're going to bake it for an hour and 15 minutes. She did say an hour and 15, an hour and 20. We'll start out with a 15, see how it's looking, see if we need that additional 5 minutes.
All right, so it's done.
Hooray!
So now what do we want to do? Do you want to cut it while it's hot or do we let it sit?
You know what, let's let it cool for a little bit
Okay.
so it will hold its shape a little better.
All right, so we will check back in 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty,
The time has come.
we had to wait like a whole hour. All right, cut that
Ready?
guy open and let's turn it this way so we can see it on the camera better.
See how it looks inside. Nice and white. You can kind of see the psyllium husk powder. Should we break that and try it?
Sure.
Smells like bread.
Yeah.
It's good. That's really good. I like it a lot. It definitely tastes similar to the other bread, but
Yeah.
this one tastes a little more bread-like, if that makes sense to me, from what I remember.
You're
Very good.
Pretty close, yeah.
Annabelle, thumbs up, lady. Good job.
Ours didn't turn out as tall as the one in her book, the photo, but
Practice makes
our pen was a
perfect.
little bit bigger too. So that may have been why. You know, you saw my other videos, the thing you could do is you can cut this in half
And then slice it
and
the
then
other
slice
way.
it the other way.
Definitely. Thumbs up for me, definitely.
Yeah, definitely a great recipe.
Thanks so much for joining us. We would love to hear from you guys. If you have any comments, just type them below. Recipes you want us to try, inspirational stories, we love it. Keep it coming in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.